Hi, this is Dr. Shubarna Rai Chaudhary and I am going to discuss the equation for assessment of intercropping system. As I have already discussed the different equation for assessment of intercropping system in my previous class, and I am now today I will directly talk over the different mathematical problem related to the assessment of intercropping system. So now look at the first problem. I am going directly to the mathematical problem. So my first problem, now look at the question number 1, numericals on crop equivalent yield. So now look at the problem 1. The problem is the yield of wheat and mustard in intercropping system are 3500 and 700 kg per hectare respectively. The price of wheat is rupees 15 per kg and of mustard is rupees 40 per kg. Calculate wheat equivalent yield of intercropping system. So for calculating the wheat equivalent yield of any intercropping system, we need to add the wheat yield plus wheat equivalent yield of mustard. So for calculating the wheat equivalent yield of mustard, we just have to calculate by this way: yield of mustard into the price of mustard divided by the price of wheat. That means how much amount of wheat you can buy after selling the whole amount of mustard. So this is the main theory. As from the question you get the value that the wheat yield is 3500 kg per hectare. So put all this value in the formula. Wheat equivalent yield of mustard kg per hectare is equal to yield of mustard kg per hectare, that is 700, into the price of mustard rupees per kg, that is 40, divided by the price of wheat, that is 15. The answer will be 1866.67 kg per hectare. That is the wheat equivalent yield of mustard. So the wheat equivalent yield of the system. Now see at the next slide. The first line of the next slide. The wheat equivalent yield of the system is equal to 3500 plus 1866.67. So in total that will be 5366.67 kg per hectare. So I think you got the answer, the wheat equivalent yield of the intercropping system. So coming to the next problem. So question number 2. You just follow the question number 2. In an intercropping system of mustard plus sunflower plus wood bean, the yield of maize, sunflower and wood bean were 2400, 2000 and 800 kg per hectare respectively. The price of maize, sunflower and wood bean were rupees 20, 30, 40 per kg respectively. Find out the maize equivalent yield of the intercropping system. So for calculating the maize equivalent yield of the intercropping system, first we have to calculate the maize equivalent yield of the sunflower. So for getting maize equivalent yield of sunflower, that is 2000 into the price of sunflower, that is 30, divided by the price of maize, that is 20. So the maize equivalent yield of the sunflower will be 3000 kg per hectare. Now we have to calculate the maize equivalent yield of wood bean. So for calculating this, yield of wood bean, that is 800, price of wood bean, that is 40, price of maize, that is 20. So after calculation we get 1600 kg per hectare. So for maize equivalent yield of the intercropping system, we just add all those value. That means the maize yield plus maize equivalent yield of sunflower plus maize equivalent yield of wood bean. So 2400 plus 3000 plus 1600. So we will get the answer 7000 kg per hectare. So follow the next problem, the question number 3. Find out the rice equivalent yield of rice wheat system from the following data. The data says rice yield is 60 quintal per hectare. Mind it, the unit is quintal per hectare. Wheat yield is 40 quintal per hectare. Price of rice is rupees 30 per kg. Price of wheat is rupees 20 per kg. So the rice equivalent yield of rice wheat cropping system, for getting this, you have to calculate the rice equivalent yield of wheat. For calculating the rice equivalent yield of wheat yield, that means 4000 into price of the wheat, that is 20, divided by the price of the rice, that is 30. So we will get the answer 2666.67 kg per hectare. So rice equivalent yield of the system equal to rice yield plus rice equivalent yield of wheat. That means 6000 plus 2666.67. So the answer will be 8666.67 kg per hectare. So this all about the crop equivalent yield. Now we have to move on the LER. So our next problem is, you just follow the question number 7, that is the LER, land equivalent ratio. So follow the question number 7, that is the sole yield of maize is 4000 kg per hectare and wood bean is 1500 kg per hectare. In intercropping system of maize plus wood bean, the yield of maize was 3000 kg per hectare. Wood bean was 600 kg per hectare. Find out land equivalent ratio of maize plus wood bean intercropping system. So you know the formula of land equivalent ratio from my previous class. So land equivalent ratio LER equal to YAB divided by YAA plus YBA divided by YBB. YAB means intercrop yield of A crop, suppose maize, divided by YAA means sole crop yield of A crop, that means sole crop yield of maize crop, plus YBA means intercrop yield of B crop, that means wood bean, the yield of wood bean in an intercropping system, divided by sole crop yield of wood bean, crop B, that means wood bean. So you have the values that sole yield of maize is 4000 kg per hectare, sole yield of wood bean is 1500 kg per hectare, mixture yield of maize is 3000 kg per hectare, mixture yield of wood bean is 6000 kg per hectare. So put all those values, 3000 divided by 4000 plus 600 divided by 1500, and you will get the value 1.15. So I think land equivalent ratio is clear. So coming to the next problem, that is question number 8. Calculate, just next question number 8. Calculate yield advantage of maize plus mung bean intercropping system from following data. Sole yield of maize is 4500 kg per hectare. Sole yield of mung bean is 1800 kg per hectare. Yield of mung bean in intercropping is 800 kg per hectare. Yield of maize in intercropping is 3500 kg per hectare. So sole, as you know, the land equivalent ratio LER is equal to YAB divided by YAA plus YBA divided by YBB. So we know the sole yield of maize is 4500 and mixture yield of maize is 3500. So put all the value, 3500 divided by 4500 plus mixture yield of mung bean is 800 and sole yield of mung bean is 1800. So 800 plus 1800. 800 divided by 1800. So we will get the LER value is 1.221. So here the LER is 1.221. You follow the first line of this slide. So the LER value is 1.221. So the yield advantage in intercropping system, because LER is more than 1. So LER into 100 minus 100, that means 1.221 into 100 minus 100, that means 122.1 minus 100, that is 22.1%. So the question was calculate the yield advantage of maize plus mung bean intercropping system. So yield advantage is 22.1%. So follow the next question, that is question number 9. how much land can be saved by intercropping of maize plus woodbine if intercrop yield of maize is 3000 kg per hectare and of woodbine is 500 kg per hectare. The sole yield of maize and woodbine is 3600 and 1200 kg per hectare respectively. Then you have the value, that means sole yield of maize is 3600 kg per hectare, sole yield of woodbine is 1200 kg per hectare, intercrop yield of maize is 3000 kg per hectare, intercrop yield of woodbine is 500 kg per hectare. So the land equivalent ratio LER is equal to YAB divided by YAA plus YBA divided by YBB. Put all those values, that means 3000 divided by 3600 plus 500 divided by 1200, and you will get the LER value 1.25. So the saving of land equal to LER into 100 minus 100. So 1.25 into 100 minus 100, that means 125 minus 100, that is 25%. So the 25% land can be saved by intercropping of maize and woodbine. So come to the next question. I think after that the LER will, the formula of LER will be much more clear. So question number 10, just follow me. Chickpea and mustard were grown in intercropping system and the yield was 800 and 1200 kg per hectare respectively. Sole yield of chickpea was 1700 kg per hectare and of mustard was 2300 kg per hectare. Find out whether intercropping of chickpea and mustard was beneficial. So for calculating LER, you have the values that sole yield of chickpea is 1700 kg per hectare, sole yield of mustard is 2300 kg per hectare, mixture yield of chickpea is 800 kg per hectare, mixture yield of mustard is 1200 kg per hectare. So according to the formula, LER is equal to YAB by YAA plus YBA by YBB, that means 800 divided by 1700 plus 1200 divided by 2300. So we get the value 0.99. So it is less than 1. So we know the intercropping system will be beneficial if LER is more than 1. So since it is less than 1, so intercropping system is not beneficial. Okay. Now coming, I am going directly to the aggressivity. So follow the question number 20, the calculation of aggressivity. This is the another assessment criteria for an intercropping system, that is aggressivity. Now follow me. Calculate aggressivity of rice crop in rice plus PGNP in 2:1 ratio intercropping from the following data. Sole crop yield of rice is 1500 kg per hectare. Sole yield of PGNP is 900 kg per hectare. Intercrop yield of rice is 1200 kg per hectare. Intercrop yield of PGNP is 400 kg per hectare. So you have different value, that means the sole yield of rice, that is 1500 kg per hectare. So the intercropping ratio is 2:1, and you know for calculating aggressivity we have to calculate the shown proportion of rice with PGNP, even the shown proportion of PGNP with rice. For calculating the shown proportion of rice with PGNP, that is 2 divided by 2 plus 1, that means 2/3. Next, the intercrop yield of PGNP is 400 kg per hectare, sole yield of PGNP is 900 kg per hectare, and shown proportion of PGNP with rice is 1/2 plus 1, that means 1/3. So according to the formula, aggressivity of rice is equal to YAB divided by YAA into YAB minus YBA divided by YBB into YBA. So intercrop yield, that means 1200 divided by YAA, sole crop yield of rice, that means 1500, into the shown proportion of rice, that means 2 by 3, minus intercrop yield of B crop, that means 400, divided by sole crop yield of B crop, that means 900, into the shown proportion of B crop, that means 1 by 3. So 1200 divided by 1000 minus 400 divided by 300. So we will get the aggressivity is minus 0.13. The value of aggressivity of rice is negative. So rice is not aggressive over PGNP. The negative value indicates PGNP is more aggressive than rice in intercropping system. So PGNP is dominant crop and rice is dominated crop in rice plus PGNP intercropping system. So I think the formula will be much more clear when you follow the next problem. That means question number 21. Just follow the question number 21. Find out which crop is dominant in maize plus sunflower intercropping system 1:1 ratio from the following data. Sole yield of maize is 4500 kg per hectare. Sole yield of sunflower is 5000 kg per hectare. Intercrop yield of maize is 2700 kg per hectare. Intercrop yield of sunflower is 2600 kg per hectare. So for calculating the aggressivity of the maize, we first we know the maize sole yield of maize is 4500 kg per hectare. Intercrop yield of maize is 2700 kg per hectare. Shown proportion of maize with sunflower is 1 by 1 plus 1, that means 1 by 2. For sunflower, the sole yield is 5000 kg per hectare. So the sunflower intercrop yield is 2600 kg per hectare, and the shown proportion of sunflower with maize is same, that means 1 by 1 plus 1, that means 1 by 2. So according to the aggressivity formula, aggressivity of the maize is equal to YAB by YAA into ZAB minus YBA by YBB into ZBA. So 2700 divided by 4500 into 1 by 2 minus 2600 divided by 5000 minus 1 by 2. So we will get 2700 divided by 2250 minus 2600 divided by 2500. So we will get the aggressivity value, that is 0.16. You just follow this slide. The aggressivity value is 0.16. Here the aggressivity of maize is in positive value. So the maize is more aggressive than sunflower. Therefore maize is dominant crop in the maize plus sunflower 1:1 ratio intercropping system. So coming to the next problem, that is the question number 28, that is the relative crowding coefficient. Okay, then the numericals we will going to solve, that is the relative crowding coefficient. Just follow the question number 28. In intercropping of rice plus PGNP in 4:2 ratio, the yield of rice was 1400 kg per hectare and the yield of PGNP was 500 kg per hectare. The sole yield of rice and PGNP were 2000 and 900 kg per hectare respectively. Then calculate relative crowding coefficient of rice and PGNP. Also find out that intercropping of rice with PGNP is advantageous or not. Suppose the rice is a crop A and PGNP is crop B. So according to the formula, the intercrop yield of rice is 1400 kg per hectare and the sole yield of rice is 2000 kg per hectare. So follow the next slide. For PGNP, intercrop yield is 500 kg per hectare. Sole crop yield of PGNP is 900 kg per hectare. Then under intercropping, the shown proportion of rice with PGNP is 4 by 4 plus 2. That means 4 by 6. That means 2 by 3. Shown proportion of PGNP with rice is 2 by 4 plus 2. That means 2 by 6. That means 1 by 3. So relative crowding coefficient, for calculating relative crowding coefficient, we have to calculate the relative crowding coefficient for rice crop, and then we have to calculate the relative crowding coefficient for PGNP crop. For getting the crowding coefficient, we just multiply both the value. So you just follow me. The relative crowding coefficient for the first crop, that means the crop rice, is equal to YAB into ZBA divided by YAA minus YAB into ZAB. Just put all those value. That means 1400 into shown proportion of PGNP with rice. That means 1 by 3. Okay. Divided by 2000 sole yield of rice minus 1500 intercrop yield of rice into shown proportion of rice with PGNP. That means 2 by 3. So the answer will be 1.167. So relative crowding coefficient of PGNP is equal to 500 into shown proportion of rice with PGNP. That means 2 by 3 divided by 900 in sole crop yield of PGNP minus intercrop yield of PGNP. That means 500 into shown proportion of PGNP with rice. That means 1 by 3. So we will get the value, that means 2 by 5. For crowding coefficient, we just calculate the relative crowding coefficient of rice into the relative crowding coefficient for PGNP. So 1.167 multiplied by 2.5. So we will get the value 2.9175. So here the relative crowding coefficient for rice is greater than 1. The value is 1.167. So it is greater than 1, indicates that rice gave more yield than expected. Similarly, the relative crowding coefficient of PGNP is more than 1. The value was 2.5. So it indicates the PGNP gave more yield than expected. So the crowding coefficient K is also more than 1. The value was 2.9175. Indicates that the intercropping of rice with PGNP is advantageous and biologically sustainable. So I think I can give you the clear picture, and just follow me for the next problem, that is question number 29. That is question number 29. Maize plus sunflower maize and sunflower were shown in the ratio of 3:1. The intercrop yield of maize and sunflower were 27 and 5 quintal per hectare respectively. Calculate the crowding coefficient if sole crop yield of maize and sunflower is 45 and 22 quintal per hectare respectively. State about the biological sustainability of intercropping system. That means the relative crowding coefficient of the intercropping system. So you get the value, that is the maize sole yield is 45 quintal per hectare. Intercrop yield of maize is 27 quintal per hectare. Sole crop yield of sunflower is 22 quintal per hectare. Intercrop yield of sunflower is 5 quintal per hectare. So the shown proportion of maize with sunflower is 3 by 3 plus 1. That means 3 by 4. Shown proportion of sunflower with maize is 1 by 3 plus 1. That means 1 by 4. So the crowding coefficient K is equal to K for relative crowding coefficient for maize into the relative crowding coefficient for sunflower. You put all those value and you will get the answer. The relative crowding coefficient for maize is 0.5 and the relative crowding coefficient for sunflower is 0.882. So the crowding coefficient is equal to K for maize and K for sunflower. So that is 0.5 into 0.882. So we will get the value 0.441. So from this you can get the idea that since the value of crowding coefficient K is less than 1, hence the intercropping of maize with sunflower is not biologically sustainable. So we are going to our next problem, that is the competition ratio. This is our last assessment of this is our last equation for assessment of intercropping system. So now follow the question number 31. In an intercropping system, rice and groundnut were shown in 4:1 row ratio. Calculate competition ratio of rice and groundnut from the following data. Intercrop yield of rice was 1600 kg per hectare. Intercrop yield of groundnut was 400 kg per hectare. Sole yield of rice was 2000 kg per hectare. Sole yield of groundnut was 2600 kg per hectare. So for calculating the competition ratio of A crop on B crop, that means for rice crop on groundnut is equal to YAB divided by YAA into ZAB divided by YBA by YBB into ZBA. We just put all those value. That means YAB intercrop yield of rice, that was 1600, sole crop yield of rice, that was 2000 kg per hectare. YBB, that means intercrop yield of groundnut, that was 400 kg per hectare. Sole yield of groundnut YBB, that was 2600 kg per hectare. Shown proportion of rice with groundnut, that means ZAB, that was 3/3 plus 1, that means 3/4. Shown proportion of groundnut with rice, that means ZBA, that was 1/3 plus 1, that means 1/4. We just put all those value. Competition ratio of rice on groundnut is equal to 1600 by 2000 into 3/4 divided by 400 by 2600 into 1/4. We will get the competition ratio of rice on groundnut is 1.735. So the competition ratio of groundnut on rice, just reverse. Competition ratio of groundnut on rice is YBA by YBB into ZAB divided by YAB by YAA into ZAB. That means 400 divided by 2600 into 1/4 divided by 1600 by 2000 into 3/4. We will get the value 0.576. So the competition ratio of rice on groundnut was 1.735 and the competition ratio of groundnut on rice was 0.576. Here the competition ratio of rice is more than that of groundnut. So the rice is more competitive than groundnut. So for competition ratio, we have to calculate the competition ratio for rice on groundnut and also for the groundnut on rice. So we have to calculate the competition ratio for both the crop A and crop B, so that we can compare which competition ratio is more. That means which crop will be the more dominating crop. Just follow me the next question, that is question number 32 in my next slide. That is the calculate the competition ratio of rice and PGNP in intercropping system from the following data. Land equivalent ratio of rice is equal to 0.9. Land equivalent ratio of PGNP, that is 0.4. Intercrop row ratio of rice and PGNP is 4:1. So for getting the competition ratio, we know the formula that YAB divided by YAA into ZAB divided by YBA by YBB into ZBA. So for simplification, we just give the land equivalent ratio for A crop divided by the land equivalent ratio for B crop into shown proportion for B crop in intercrop with A crop by the shown proportion of A crop when intercrop with B crop. So we can simplify the formula LER for A by LER for B into Z BA by Z AB. So for putting all those value, you know the LER for A crop is 0.9, LER for B crop is 0.4, and the shown proportion for A crop with B with intercrop with B is 4 by 4 plus 1, that is 4 by 4, 4 by 5, and shown proportion of B crop when intercrop with A is 1 by 4 plus 1, that is 1 by 5. So put all those value, and 0.9 by 0.4 into 1 by 5 by 4 by 5. So we will get the value, that is 0.5625. So the competition ratio of PGNP on rice, that is 0.4 by 0.9 into 4 by 5 by 1 by 5, that means we will get 1.78. So the competition ratio for rice on PGNP is 0.5625, and the competition ratio of PGNP on rice, that will be 1.78. So the PGNP, that means the competition ratio of PGNP on rice is more than the competition ratio of rice on PGNP. So the PGNP is more competitive than rice, because the competition ratio, the value of the competition ratio is high. So the PGNP is more competitive than rice because its competition ratio is more than that of rice. So I think I can make clear the formula of competition ratio through this mathematical problem. So for your reference, you can consult the book that is Mathematical Agriculture Concept and Numericals by Dr. Amit Bhatnagar from Kolani Publisher, and you can find all those mathematical problem. So this is the end for today. I think you will practice from this book and from another sources all those formulas, and let me know if you have faced any problem. So thank you very much for observing my video. Thanks.